In this video, we're going to take a look at the concept of absolute values. Okay, so an absolute value is basically a value which gets rid of, you can think of it as you get rid of the sign and just look at the magnitude. Okay, so take for example, you have 3, let's say you have a positive 3 and a negative 3. Okay, so as you can see, in this case, you have the positive value of 3 and then you have the negative. But if you only look at the magnitude of these values, then that would only be the 3, okay, devoid of the sign. Okay, so excuse me. So in mathematics, whenever you're trying to find the absolute value, the best way to do it is you put two vertical lines around that value, around the magnitude and the sign. Okay, so when you do that, then this simplifies to 3, just the magnitude. Okay, and then if you do the same thing to the negative 3, that simplifies to 3. So see, we isolate. So the job of these two vertical lines is to isolate the magnitude only from the entire term given to you. Okay, so let's kind of do some examples out here. Let's take a look at another one. So let's say I have negative of negative 19. So the focus out here should be on, well, I have the vertical lines, which is around the negative 19. So that's going to isolate the 19, okay, only, and drop the negative. So it's going to be, that's going to be equal to negative of 19. Notice carefully, this negative sign is this negative sign. So nothing happens out there. Why? Because that negative sign, that is outside the vertical line. But what got taken care of was this negative sign. That's the one that got dropped. So really all you have is this 19, which is what emerged from that operation. Okay. Let's take a look at another example. Let's say I have, you have a negative 9 minus 2. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do out here is I'm going to subtract the 9 and the 2, which is going to give me 7. Keep that in the absolute sign, and since there's no sign out here to the left of 7, that simply means it's a positive 7. And since we're only interested in the magnitude because of the vertical lines, we're just going to pull the 7 out. There you go. We don't worry about the lines because the lines took care of the sign. And then the negative sign, which is outside, just plops down beside the 7. There you go. Okay. Again, pause the video and try doing these problems by yourself. Okay, and then you can unpause it to see if you're on the right track. So here's another one. This one is a little more complex than the previous problems. So you have 5 minus 9 within the absolute sign. Then you have absolute value of negative 3 plus 6. Okay, so first I'm going to deal with the 5 minus 9. Well, that's going to give me negative 4 within the absolute value. Okay, and then I'm going to deal with the negative 3 plus 6, so minus of, that's going to give me positive 3. Okay, and I don't have to write the positive 3. I could just keep it as 3. I don't have to put the positive sign. So it's pretty customary in math to, you know, if something is positive, you don't have to put the positive sign in front of it, to the left of it. Okay, all right. So now the absolute value of negative 4 is going to get rid of the negative sign out here, so that's going to make it a 4. And then the absolute value over the positive 3 is going to get rid of the positive sign, so that's going to just make it 3. And so this simplifies to 4 minus 3, which is going to be 1. And that's pretty much what you need to know for absolute values. Thank you for watching.